Normalize telling people fuck you, like fuck you with both hands up your ass. Being the bigger and better person is so hard though. I'm not gonna be loyal to you, but when I'm with you, you can be my only one, of course. If you're still a virgin, keep your virginity. I lie here and there, and it's not a good thing. Can I also say that Jesus is coming back? Hello, gorgeous people. How are you guys doing? Tell me how you're feeling in the comment section down below. I'm doing good, actually. Like nothing special has happened, but it's a good day. The weather is not as hot as it's been for the past couple of days. Summer's definitely coming, but spring is like it's a moody season. It's up, it's down, it's hot, it's cold, it's windy, it's raining. It's just a whole lot going on in the season. But let's just dive straight into it. Dating 101. Now, I will say, for all that I'll be saying, don't get mad at me, is just my opinion. Don't forget to also click the link tree in the description box below where you can find like all social media platforms and just everything that you could ever need to keep up on this little journey with us here at Unsolicited Opinions. Leave me your unsolicited opinions, even though they're now solicited, because I'm asking you to leave your opinions in the comment section down below. Follow on Spotify and YouTube because this podcast is only available on Spotify and YouTube. But let's just get to the shit. So, dating. I feel like this for the past like while I've been really thinking about like just this whole concept of dating. I'm still very much a single Pringle. Um I got out of a situation that was bound to not work out because nothing bad happened. Well, nothing bad, but it's like we're just not each other's people, so it didn't work out. So, c'est la vie. But I asked people in my life to give me their advice that they would give to young women because I'm for the girlies. Young women advice on dating because we've spoken in Falling Nights in the previous episode that we've complained, we've talked about how the dating game isn't really all that. So I guess we're just gonna kind of do like this is like a part two, except this part two is more so about how do we actually navigate through this because it's seeming like you either playing the games of this fucked up dating game or you're staying single. It's like either or. And not everybody wants to be single. I don't want to be single. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm actually very tired of being single. I want somebody to love and I want somebody to like kiss and hold and touch. I've spoken about that like briefly in the previous episode, but it's like it'll come when it comes. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not pushing anything. Because when you force and push, that's just when everything is just gonna fall apart. Like I don't know, like a piece of thread being pulled off from like clothing or something. I don't know, but it will fall apart. So patience, 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 patience. And we're just gonna get straight into it. I have a few points and notes made in my little bookie just so that I can keep track of it. And we're going to start with point number one. I'm always going to talk about God. He's the best person ever. I highly recommend him to you because he loves you so much and he wants you right now. Can I also say that Jesus is coming back? Let me actually just like caveat Jesus is coming back. I don't know when, obviously, nobody does, but except for the Father. Jesus is coming back. And what makes me like really feel it now, like it's just like a thing like we're in the end times, maybe not close to the end, maybe we are close to the end, I don't know, but we are very much in the end times. I was reading my Bible diary, which basically gives me like a Bible reading every day of a reading in the gospel, a first reading, and like just a little explanation to explain like the gospel and how that ties to another book in the Bible. If you kind of understand what I mean, if you're a Catholic, like there's first reading, there's the gospel, sometimes there's a second reading. Yeah, but that's basically what my Bible diary is. It gives me that like for every single day. And 2 days ago, it was basically even just yesterday, it was just talking about how much like we're approaching the end times. And it wasn't very much like Jesus is coming back, but it took from I should have brought my Bible diary with me to talk about this, but it was basically just talking about how the fact that at some point the master of the house will come back, and those with with who have been ready and who are found working when the master comes back are those that the master will be pleased with. And basically, it's saying that when Jesus comes back, he wants to find his humble and faithful servants serving and doing their good works and spreading the gospel and bringing God's glorious kingdom to earth. Like, he wants to find us doing that. He wants us to be doing that because that's what I guess the good and humble, faithful servant is. You're still serving. You're not just, you're also telling other people about it so that you can, like, be a fisher of men and get as much people as possible, because time is running out. Time to play is fucked up. Like, awusana nako ya udlala, awusana nako ya to not take things seriously. Like, Jesus is coming back, and the time he comes back, he's not coming back as a sacrificial lamb no more. He's coming as a righteous king. He's coming as judge. Those who are staying behind, that's it. No second chance. You've been given chance after chance after chance before he comes back or while you're alive. And if you didn't take it, then you didn't take it. But there was a little dilemma that I was facing. I know we're going to get into dating right now, but it's always important to talk about God first. But there was a little dilemma that I was facing where I just felt like I'm such a sinful person stuck in a sinful body. And then there was Romans. I'm going to put it on the screen for audio listeners. I cannot remember, but I think it's Romans 12, where it basically speaks about, I think it was Paul wrote the letter to the Romans, where he was talking about how you just do the evil things that you don't want to do. You do the things that you don't want to do. You say the things that you don't want to say. Your flesh is a slave to sin, but then your mind and your soul should basically be attached to God. But it was basically just going through like a human feeling of just feeling like, oh my gosh, my heart and my soul really want to be good, really want to be faultless and sinless and all these things. But that's not really happening right now. Like, my sinful body is making me, I don't know, watch porn. My sinful body is making me masturbate, get drunk, or idolize something, or lie, or steal, or murder, or whatever other sins. I'm not speaking subjectively. I'm just listing all the sins. I'm not at that point where I can be vulnerable to talk about the bad stuff that I do, but I'm not doing terrible things, okay? I don't kill people, I don't steal from people, I lie here and there, and it's not a good thing. When you, like, even tell small lies, like, for example, let's say you're waiting for a package and it's taking long, and then you tell that person, like, ish, could you please bring it because I'm about to leave, but you're not going anyway, you just want them to bring it faster. That's the kind of lies that I tell. And I really want to stop lying, because it's like, I don't like liars, and I don't like being lied to. So it's like, why do I do it to other people? As human beings, we're such fucking hypocrites, we really are. But try to always be better. Try to be the better, bigger person. I promise you, try to be the bigger and better person. God will avenge you. Being the bigger and better person is so hard, though. Going back into dating with somebody that I was recently busy with the way that things ended, so ghost like and abrupt. It's just like, why? I forgot what I was gonna say. I hate that I always forget what I'm gonna say. So we're just gonna dive into the shit and talk about dating 101, how to navigate, I guess. Shit, I don't fucking know, guys. I really don't. I get so hopeless even talking about this kind of stuff, because it's just so, like, it's redundant. It's like we all have this idea that we want this perfect thing, but we don't always follow through because we just keep playing each other. Let me not say we, because I don't like playing with people like that. But there's obviously some things that maybe I need to work on for sure. Transparency is definitely a big thing. I'm an honest person, and I tell people the truth when they ask for it, but, like, I'm not very transparent, which I need to work on. And transparency meaning, um let's say you like the person, but you don't see them being your person. So being transparent and saying that, you're a very nice person, but I just don't think that we're for each other, therefore we should end things here. you know? But anyway, let's just get straight to the shit. Point number one. Oh, by the way, this advice came from, like, friends, families, family specifically, older brother and mom. let's start with the advice my mom gave me. My mom only gave me two pieces of advice, and my brother also gave me a piece of advice that is in common with the one that my mom gave, and I will say that one second. So the first piece of advice that my mom gave me was keep an open mind. Now, what she means with keep an open mind is that keep your eyes open, keep your mind open to people possibly switching up and changing, because things can be fine now and then they don't end up being fine later. Keep an open mind to the fact that keep an open mind to what's in front of you, you know? Not necessarily in like keep an open mind of um you should be open to different things and welcome different things. Of course, do that, of course, but like more so of what I think she meant was keep your eyes open, keep your head in the game, and keep it on straight. Don't be fooled easily, because it's so easy to be fooled, you know? And understand that sometimes people aren't who they say they all show up to be. Like, I remember this one guy making it seem like he's only with me, but he wasn't. And that's another very important thing with dating. When you're single, you are single. Langwa. If somebody does not ask you to be their girlfriend, do not treat them with loyalty, or like pledge loyalty to them. In high school, not even in high school, when I liked someone, yeah, I was in high school. When I liked someone, this was when I was still naive and gullible. When I liked someone, that would be it. Like, that would just be the person that I focus on, because I'm not really interested in entertaining other people, you know? There's me closing my mind. But I would just be like about this one person. And if it wouldn't work out with this one person, it would be like a lot, because all my effort has been poured into this one person. But I was single. And like, those people, unfortunately, at the time, didn't show as much of that effort as I was putting into them, into me. So that's why I'm saying, like, when you're single, be single. Like, but I recently had a situation where, this is where I say I lie and I shouldn't. But I was recently in a situation where like this guy told me verbatim, live an honest and loyal life. Basically, I must be honest with how I feel, and I must be loyal to him. We were not dating. Like, he didn't ask me to be his girlfriend. I didn't ask him to be my boyfriend. And I was like, okay, because there's nobody on the roster right now, because there's nobody in my life right now, sure, I'll be loyal to you. But the lie is, I wasn't really loyal to him. I was open to other connections. And funny enough, I was like still going on dates and stuff, you know? Like, I wasn't loyal to him. So I should have just told the truth and just been like, I'm not going to be loyal to you, but when I'm with you, you can be my only one, of course. But I feel like that's such a very important thing. Like, when you're single, okay, let me just take my foot off the fucking table. When you're single, be single. Keep your options open until someone asks you out. And the reason why I say that is because unless you're both truly staying loyal to each other, no, even if that is the case, man, then just date. I'm busy trying to come up for excuses for something that shouldn't even be having excuses. Just date. If you guys want to be loyal to each other, just make it official and date. But otherwise, I don't think that you should be staying loyal to people who are not yours. Keep connections open. It's like, I would actually maybe say it's like Love Island. Or like any kind of Netflix. Nah, even though Love Island isn't on Netflix, it's like those dating games, you know, where you explore connections, keep it open until you find someone that you're with. That's how you should treat it, I think. But at the same time, going back to what I said, just period, don't be loyal to someone unless it's like official. But while you're not being loyal, please be honest about that. Tell that person, like, hey, if they ask, that hey, I am seeing other people. I'm still exploring connections with other people. I like, you're not my only person, you know? But that's why I only say only if they ask, because I don't think you owe anybody that explanation. I mean, you're freaking single. You don't owe anybody that explanation of who you're with. Like, no, you're all on a list. I'm not gonna tell if I'm an employer and I'm interviewing people, I don't tell the interviewee, that there's like Bob on the list. No, it's only about you. Interviewee number one. You know what I mean? So I say definitely treat it like that. Like, don't be loyal. Don't commit to one person until you both commit to each other in an official manner. Because this thing of unofficial blurred lines, like this thing of a situationship, what is even a situation? Like, there's this gray area that's been created that's so confusing. Being confused is not cool. Why doesn't it have a proper label on it? We're either single or we're dating, exclusively dating, finish and clar. I don't know why there has to be this like confuzzled middle area of a situationship. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You're either getting to know each other or you're with each other, period. That's how I just think it should be. So, yeah, number one, keep an open mind. Number two, keep exploring other connections until you're both official with one another. Okay. Piece of advice number two. Respect someone's individuality. So, saying that you should respect someone's individuality basically just means respecting their passions, respecting their ideas, their dreams, and giving room for them to be passionate about those things, to work on those things, to have those things happen. Because at the end of the day, before and even after we're with people, we're still our own person, you know? Like, you're still your own individual person. I'm still my own individual person. I have my own individual dreams. You have your own individual dreams. So, also, you have to understand that you have to respect that sometimes people are at a certain point in their life where they want to pour into said passions or dreams, because you don't want to end up finding yourself in a situation where somebody is like excited about pursuing what they want to pursue, but you feel neglected because they're pursuing that. And maybe you're not respecting what they want to achieve for their own life because you feel that, I don't know, you feel some type of way about it. You know, like, don't let that be the case. Please find somebody who you can be supportive of and that can be supportive of you. And why I say that you should find someone that you can be supportive of is just because sometimes where people are in their life may obviously not even may, but it determines how much energy they can pour into you, into the relationship, into whatever else needs pouring into. And it's quite important to have someone where your your respect and values for one another align. That alignment is a very important thing, you know, so that there's not like a mismatch where you guys feel like you're losing a part of each other for each other, you know? So that's advice number three. Advice number four: be complete with yourself. That is an obvious one. I feel like I don't even need to give advice on that because I feel like that's just something that everybody should be knowing, period. Be complete with yourself. Going back to what I said earlier, you are your own person. I am my own person. Even in that relationship, don't lose yourself in being another person's person, but also be your own person. Like, be complete with yourself, because you also want to understand that you want to invite people into your life that add value and that enhance it. You don't want people in your life taking away from the things that you love and do, taking away from you as a person, whether that be your energy, your time, your love, and changing you and shaping you into someone that you don't want to become. And someone shouldn't even have that much control over you to be able to change that about you, you know? But hey, Larato, when you're in love with someone, your heart is literally in their hands. So things start to soften, lines start to blur just because of love, you know? And It's just like be with people that add value to your life. I don't even know how I can add on to that other than just be with people that add value to your life. How do they make your life better? And I'm not saying it in a sassy manner, and I'm not saying it like, whatever the fuck. Like, no, like when I am, what example can I give that would make like the most sense of how someone could add value to your life? Um, we are married, and no, that sounds like a bare minimum thing. I can't think of an example right now. What I was about to say is like if we're married and I'm like my job is, let's say I cook, he does the dishes. But because I've had a long day, he like does the dishes and cooks. I feel like that's a bare minimum thing because you're compensating for what your partner can't in that moment, just filling it in, because sometimes it isn't 50-50, it's 60-40, 100-100, 0-0, 90-10. Like it's different. So that's why I'm saying it's like bare minimum to like help out your partner in that way. But in whatever value, I feel like value is a very subjective thing, and you would know for yourself what value is for your life. And if you don't, maybe sit and ponder on that to think, what is it in my life that I would maybe need in order to feel as though that value has been added to it, and ensure that that person ticks those boxes so that they can be in your life. You know, I forgot what number we're on, but next piece of advice: sex. Sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, sex. Let's talk about sex. Something both my brother and my mom, especially my mom, emphasized on was abstinence, celibacy. If you're still a virgin, keep your virginity. Because a very big point that's been made is that by the both of them is that casual sex is a real thing, and it's become super casual right now, right? And women, we are more emotionally wired than men, and nothing's wrong with that. I hate that the connotation of being emotional is a bad thing. Everybody has fucking emotions, so of course everybody's going to be emotional. It's just that women are more step more into their emotions than men do. Men, I would feel as though they're the type to suppress and push away, but women are the type to like be in that emotion. If I'm sad, I'm gonna cry. If I'm angry, I'm gonna shout. Versus if, with a man, it's like if I'm sad, I'm gonna shove it down somewhere far away and never think about it again. If I'm angry, I'm gonna be angry. Men aren't afraid to be angry. When it comes to anger, men are emotional like that for sure. But like with women being emotional, that it's easy to connect with people, and you don't want to end up connecting with people who treat you like casual sex, like a piece of meat, because that's literally what you are. If I'm gonna even like debase everything, debase and degrade and put everything to like a very bottom level, you're literally a piece of meat. A piece of meat and just the next body. That's literally what you are, the next body. And it's like you're not being treated with care, you're not being treated with kindness. And I also feel like the beauty of sex, I don't know it, but I know that it's been lost because it's such a casual thing. It's being used for transactional relationships and things like that. Like it's not something that's like kept sacred for two people who are in love with each other to enjoy. So the reason why they basically emphasized celibacy was because of that you're treated like a piece of meat in casual sex, and sex is much deeper than it's been made to seem like it's not. On a spiritual level, there's a whole lot going on there, whether it's transferring spirits or inviting spirits or experiencing someone else's nonsensical things or whatever. There's that. There's the possibility of you being emotionally attached to somebody who's definitely not good for you. And then the main point, especially when it comes to dating, is that hold out on sex as long as possible. Hence, just abstain. Because it's so easy for a guy to be a raging bull just operating in his horniness, and he will tell you everything you want to hear. You're beautiful. I love you. I miss you. You mean the world to me. I want to take you out. I want to this, that, and. But he means absolutely nothing. Absolutely. It means nothing to him. Those are just meaningless words that he says to you just to soften you up and get you. That's literally predator behavior in my opinion. It's kind of like a pounce. When a lion is in the grasslands, I feel like that's the whispering sweet nothings to you, because then the impala is like it's not on guard, it's calm, so it's in there. And then pounce, when it pounce, that pounce part is when they have sex with you, and then it's just like, okay, bye, like, I'm done with you. There's this one guy, I will never forget you, I don't remember your name, but 2023, I was on campus and he approached me. He said I was beautiful. You're my top man guy. Like, your honesty is something that you need to teach to every single fucking person with a penis on this earth. Like, wow. What he did was he came to me, he was like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, listen, I don't know you much, but I really want to just like get to know you, and to a point where you and I, basically what he was saying was that he wanted to be sneaky links and just have casual sex. And I appreciated that honesty so much, because it gave me the option to either be a part of that or not, which I didn't. And I was given the opportunity and the option to decline. Whereas with other guys, they make you like, they swoon you, make you like woozy and stuff, and then get what they want, and then it's like out. And it's like, you didn't even give me an option to say if I wanted to be a part of this. You didn't even give me an option to say like if I wanted this. Like, you just like, you tricked me. I fell for your tricks, and then you just like disregard me. Do you like, that's so bad. So dishonest and fucking cruel. Like, that's why you should just stay celibate. But this is not the good Christian thing for me to do. I absolutely agree with leaving a gift for marriage to let it be for marriage. But have sex with someone that truly genuinely loves you and that you truly genuinely love too. I heard that it's the sex is even better that way. And also leave it for marriage. But that doesn't happen. Oh, another thing, sex ed stuff. Let's actually just dive into that. Condomize. Go for regular testing. Go for regular testing. Maybe like, I think the most ideal time to go for testing is every 3 months. Wear a condom so you don't get sick or have babies. Birth control, if you're comfortable with that. I know birth control for us ladies, it fucks some women up. I've been one of the very lucky, I don't know if it's few or many people who don't really have any kind of side effects with birth control or any deep effects with birth control. It's been treating my body well. I haven't been emotional, I think. I haven't gained weight or anything, thank God. But find a birth control that's good for you. Ask a gynecologist. Black women specifically, I highly recommend seeking medical advice from a woman of color, especially because there's just a few like um I guess mishaps when it comes to women's health in that aspect, especially with women. I don't know, maybe a man obviously won't understand a woman's body more than a woman. And I just recommend it for it to be that way. Like, find a woman of color to be your doctor. For everybody else, basically white women, feel free to go to whoever you choose to, because it's just a reality that in the medical field you're bound to be treated better. Like, I know in America there's this whole thing about how women in, like, even just like, let's say, child birth are not treated as well as they should be compared to a white woman. It's just a statistical and unfortunate fact. But yeah, definitely condomize. Definitely go for regular testing, because people are not honest. Like, people are liars. If you think people are playing dating games and playing each other now, like, obviously they're lying about their or don't know the health status on, like, if they have any sicknesses and stuff, like, people be sick out here, and you need to make sure that you are not one of those people making others sick or getting sick as well. So go for regular testing. And then lastly, for more sex ed, ladies, once a year go for a pap smear. It's basically, from my understanding, what a pap smear specifically is. I just go for like an entire checkup, like check everything. Is everything okay down there? I'm not sick or anything. Discharge is okay and stuff. And then a pap smear is just basically just checking like vaginal walls, your cervix for any like cervical cancer and all those things. Like, just definitely, please just take care of your bodies, you know? But sex. Oh, what I was going to talk about was, if you really, 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 ladies, if you really, really, really want sex, recycle the best body. But only if they're a good person. Let me explain. Don't go to a toxic person because that they're like a good body. Your feelings will get hurt. You're gonna end up leaving that thing crying and maybe even pregnant because it's so good and you don't want to do it with a condom. And you don't want to be stuck in that trap with having a baby with someone who is not going to be supportive in any kind of way to either you or the child. Like, do not put yourself in that predicament, please. Like, people will get you pregnant out here. They will want to. They will like bust in you and stuff. Like, be careful, please. Be careful. But if you really feel as though that with baby steps, please just go towards celibacy. But if you want to have sex, find a good sneaky link. That one good person that you can go to for the best sex ever. Or get a sex toy. In fact, I would actually recommend getting a sex toy. There's women report that they've like 70 to 80% of women report that they get orgasms from a sex toy. 30 to 40% of women say that they have um orgasms from like a partnership type of intercourse situation, basically meaning having sex with your partner. Imagine that. Just get a toy, guys. Don't have sex. Just get a toy. You're bound to feel more pleasure than you ever probably would have with that man. So get a toy. But what I was saying was, if you really feel like you want like human activity, find that one person, or recycle that one person that gives it to you good, no strings attached. You get your business done, leave happy and fulfilled, and you both go home so happy, not having to think about any other kerfuzzling stuff after that. That's what I would recommend. Like, if you want human touch. But what I would definitely, definitely, definitely recommend is just abstinence, celibacy, sex toys. I want one. I hope my mom doesn't watch this. I hope my brother doesn't watch this. Please log off. Don't watch this. Please don't watch this. But I want one. Oh my gosh. Like, I want one. But at the same time, I don't want to want one, because masturbating isn't good either. Like, from a Christian point of view, yeah, I actually think those things. Like, I shouldn't be talking or promoting the fact that you should be having sex. I should be saying, no, don't have sex. Wait. I'm trying to wait. I am. But, yeah. I'm going to edit so much of this out. I feel like I'm just giving too much information. Like, TMI, all caps in bold. Like, no. But anyway, next piece of advice: communication, communication, communication is key. The beauty of honest, transparent, kind, and respectful communication is completely lost. Um, so my only encouragement is that you be as honest as possible in your communications, but also make sure that your actions align. Make sure your actions align too. Like, if you don't like someone, tell them you don't like them. Sometimes if somebody does you wrong, only if somebody does you wrong, normalize telling people fuck you. Like, fuck you with both hands up your ass. Kind of fuck you. Because that's my honest communication shit. And just, when you're dating, be as transparent as possible with the people that you're dating. Just to say, like, hey, especially what we should be doing is telling other people if we're sleeping with other people. Because, guys, people are sick out here and we don't take these things seriously. Like, they teach us these things in LO, but we don't even follow through. Re tlo lwala. Hey, re ska re. Le tlo lwala. So be honest, be transparent in your communication. If you like someone, tell them. If you don't like someone, tell them. If you want something specific in a specific direction, tell them. But don't be demanding. Be respectful, honest in that communication. And if there's anything that you say that you want to do for another person, obviously have that follow through with your own actions. Let your actions and words like align and combine, because that's very important. I would hate for somebody to just be involved in like maybe like a thing where they're just telling people again sweet nothings and then end up not following through on that. For anybody who's been through that, they know that that's not a nice feeling. So just don't do it to others, period. That's such a basic rule. I feel like that could have been the entire piece of advice for like this whole fucking episode. Treat people how you want to be fucking treated. Like, that's just not happening right now. I don't know what it is. Everybody just wants to play this game, be so fucking strategic and devious, where you're just not treating people the way that you want to be treated. You want to be treated with respect. You want honesty. You want love. You want support. You want to be cared for. You want communication. You want satisfactory sex. You want all these things, but it's like that's not happening. Where is that mismatch? What is that gap between what people do for others and how they actually, or what they actually do for others? Like, what is that gap? Treat others how you want to be treated. I've been taught that since like from since I can remember, grade 2. Treat others how you want to be treated. But we don't do that. And then the last thing is patience. The last little piece of advice is patience. Be patient in waiting for your person. Because I believe that everybody in this world absolutely deserves to feel real, true, pure love outside of God, because God gives you real, true, pure love. But like on earth, outside of family, like from a partner, I believe everybody wants that. Everybody. The microphone died, so audio was a little cut off, but basically, what I was saying is that everybody deserves some great, pure love in their lives, and I definitely feel like that's just something that everybody should have. And I hope that all of you get to experience it one day. I'm gonna end it here because I don't like the audio mismatch. So mwah, 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 mwah. May God bless each and every single one of you, especially when it comes to choosing partners and things like that, and dating, and just this thing called life. May He bless you in every aspect of it, and God bless you once more, and goodbye.
Don't be mad at me. It's just my opinion.